What is up, beautiful people? You know who it is. It is me, your board certified fantasy football guru, alongside
The new
oh
technical
the
director of
idiot.
Brothers Talk Ball, as well as the. Wait, I'll let you tell it. What's my new official title? Are you okay? What do you want me? I should go. Okay.
All right, listen. It's August, okay? The football season is almost among us. You know what
Technically, it
time it
already
is. It's
started.
that
Hall
time
of
of the
Fame game
year.
is on right now. Hall of Fame game is
I'm
on right
sorry,
now, buddy.
sir.
The Hall of Fame game is on right now. The season has officially started.
Absolutely. And that means it's the start of the Brothers Talk Ball season, going into season 4, right alongside your board certified fantasy football guru. It is the sidekick. You know where to go for all your football information this year. Coming up in a few weeks, we are going to go through our annual getting you ready for the season, which means what quarterback to take, which wide receiver to take, which running back to take. And are we going to do tight ends again?
Of course, but more importantly, who not to take?
Yes, yes. Speaking of which, um, why don't we get to it? I'm gonna jump off for a second, and I'm gonna do this because I don't want to be a part of this right now. I'm gonna do
No,
this for
you know
you
what?
right now.
Let's walk before we run. Okay, you want to do a single screen?
Okay,
Let's
so
talk
here's the
about Debo.
thing.
Let's talk about Debo.
Wait. Okay, let me do this first. Since we've been gone, Debo Samuels got re-signed to the San Francisco 49ers and is back with his club. Um,
As
so
expected.
So obviously the crybaby needs his time. What's up, cousin? What's up, Philly? Philly in the building. I see you. So I'm gonna give it to him right now because I don't want to hear him. Uh, cousin Jerome, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this, but
Jerome,
but
are you
Debo got
ready? Are
signed,
you
so we
ready to
got to
be a
do
Niners
this.
fan?
So
Jerome,
just go,
I
just
know you're
go,
a I know Jerome's
just
a
go.
long-suffering Cowboys fan who lives in Philly, clearly confused. What have I been telling you, Daryl? All off season, there was no reason to panic. Debo was coming back. He was signing in San Francisco. Alistair knew it. Garinder knew it. Jamie knew it. Sam knew it. Susie definitely knew it. How you doing, by the way, baby? You good? Everything's all right? Okay. We're winning the Super Bowl. Like Trey Lance, Debo, Kittle, that fucking beast of a defense. Like, okay, well, why you? I thought I had the. Thank you. Can you just go back to the split screen just 1 second? Let's see. So make sure you're okay. I worry about Daryl. I worry about him. You know, we talk about mental health on the show. It's been a tough off season for Daryl. I mean, where to begin? You know what? We'll stick with positivity. We're a positive show, positive people. Let's talk about San Francisco.
By the way, hi Paula. Paula says hello.
Paula, where have you been?
That's a good
Green Bay
question. Where has she been?
I've been looking for her.
She's coming to visit me in September. I will see you in September. You know I'm gonna have dinner ready, and maybe I'll do a podcast with you beside me for this fool. And maybe
Well, you
you
know,
can eat. You can
speaking
eat
of
in
coming
front
to
of him this
Montreal,
time.
I think that might actually happen this fall. I think
So it's actually gonna happen.
the wheels are in motion. I'm going to come with the kid and the wife, and I got to
Nothing
check.
much on.
I got to check out this Levitt. You know, all this.
There,
Is it still good, or are we?
there may be another place for you to check out. But
Oh, Applebee's East. Nice. Let's put that down. Like Applebee's.
okay, so Debo signed. You're happy. You want to go on vacation. You're celebrating. What does it mean most for your franchise, other than the fact that you now have no money to sign anybody
You keep on bringing
forever?
up the money. As soon as we trade Jimmy G and we get that first round pick, then there's
You're not
that fucking 24 million done. All go. This is the plan that we mapped out prior to the draft. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about my guys.
me worry. Why would I worry about anything that has anything
Because you send me
remotely to
texts
do?
every day. You're a closet Niners fan. Like every morning, I get these little updates on what's happening in the Bay. And this.
Don't ever say closet and me in the same sentence again. I'm not you and your people, B. I'm not you and your
Yeah,
people.
exactly. Who's it that
By
you
the
love
way,
again? Who do you love? Who do you love?
excuse me. By the way, big news for everybody this year on the show. After countless applications and after countless rejections, I am finally let into the league of all leagues, supposedly. And Me and this guy are going head to head in fantasy football this year with weekly updates, by the way.
This is big. This is big.
So this year, we finally get to show you who's putting their money where their mouth is. So I'm going to give you an early prognostication on the season right
Don't
now.
use big words. Don't use big words, my man.
And just say right now that Brothers Talk Ball comes in and eliminates the competition. You heard that here first.
I'm confident that you're going to make the playoffs. I have that. A solid 7th seed. You got that look about you. Like you're a solid 6-7.
Do I now?
But we'll see. We'll see. Like, I mean, I'm going to add you to the group chat here shortly. I think we've got our draft set for Sunday, September 4th. Yeah,
that's kind of down to the wire, though, isn't it? The 4th.
Yeah, man, we're right on it. So the official title
is it a snake? Is it a snake draft?
Of course. What's your team name going to be? That's what we want to know.
Brothers Talk Ball. Are you crazy? I carry the brand, baby. I carry. If not, there'll be something.
I thought it would be like the Daryl Lazards.
You probably waited like 4 weeks to say that stupidness just now. Like 4 weeks to get that out of your system.
It rolls off the tongue.
You're an idiot.
The Daryl Lazards.
You're an idiot. Why is my collar up? I feel like Arthur Fonzarelli.
It's because you're doing all that stuff. Do you want to let the people know what you're doing prior to the show? Under the table, behind the curtain, pants off, up, down, north, south.
Just regularly setting up the show, getting ready for the people.
Yeah. Anyway,
Paula said she will come on and do the podcast with us, though. That'll be fun.
That would be good. Paul owes me dinner, though. Haven't forgotten.
Paula does owe you dinner.
So does Ryan Weeks.
Ryan Weeks owes you dinner and me. Steak dinner, baby. Where we going? We're going. Probably go by me. The newest steakhouse in Montreal. Look forward to Palma this year, kids. Palma in Griffintown. It's going to be the place to be this year.
It's like Gotham.
Palma for all your sushi and steak. Sushi and steak. Like we have a $500 Wagyu tomahawk steak on the menu.
Sushi and steak. Come on, man. Stay in your lane. Just pick one thing and be good at it. Don't try and be all.
First of all, when you're an original, my friend, you don't have a lane. You make the lane.
All right, let's get back to football here.
Scared of the real thing. Let's get back to football, my friend.
What are you looking for? Are you upset? Are you worried about your wide receiving core? Like, what's going on there?
No. There's another move coming before the start of the season at wide receiver. I'm not worried about it. What I am concerned about, though, is the big move we made today. Anthony Barr's a Dallas Cowboy. What does that do? That frees Micah Parsons up to be the player.
Congratulations! You just added a 39-year-old linebacker.
If you're a wide back, I'm a line end, baby. I'm a line end. Is he an end rusher? Is he a linebacker? He's a line end, baby. That's what he do.
That's actually not a bad. He's a good veteran presence. I'll give you that. 1 year deal, so obviously not a big commitment.
And dirt cheap. I mean, last year he played on a $10 million contract. We got him for $2 million.
See, that kind of says something though. Dallas is out there signing guys to 1 year, $2 million. San Francisco's throwing out fucking like just sheds. Fucking Debo, you want $70 million? You want $100 million? Let's do this. So I mean, different goals, different approaches to life from Texas and the Bay. But
yeah, one decision crippled the franchise forever, and the other decision keeps us paid to maybe get another head coach next year. Let's say somebody like a Sean Payton.
The fact that you're already looking to get another head coach, like you've mailed it in. Like you're looking at a new head coach next year. Words out of your mouth.
Are we not living in a world of honesty? You and I both know that
Mike McCarthy not aspiring to win the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is not. Jerome, what do you think of that?
Excuse me. Doug Williams won a Super Bowl. Honestly, Doug Williams won a Super Bowl and never played another game in his life.
Doesn't even want. Come join Niners Nation, my man. Like it's fine. You're a little bit late to the party. You live in Philly.
You can do it. Yes, you can. If no one. Yes, woo! Woo! Niners! Woo!
Oh, here we go.
Those are your cheerleaders.
We're going to that now. Woo! That's what I know. I've got Daryl on the ropes when he goes to his fucking woo, whatever that was. Like when he reverts to that.
That's the sound of a Niners. That's the sound of a Niners cheerleader. Woo! Don't hit him! Don't hit him! Don't hit him! Run! Don't hit him! It's crazy. Niners. What are you looking forward to the most this season? By the way, an arbitrator has been brought in to this is very interesting. Has been brought in to counter the 6-game suspension to Deshaun Watson because the league wants him getting more games. What are
Hold
your
that
thoughts on
thought.
that?
Hold that. I gotta grab a mop. Just
Oh my gosh. Okay, everybody. He's a custodian and now he's doing his work. Okay, so for all of you that don't know where he's at right now, that's not actually his house. There's no way he'd ever be like that rich in life. Like he's broke in spirit and in everything. And this shows you right now. This shows you the middle of his soul right now. He's actually at work where he's the custodian. Well, okay, janitor of a golf club in Vancouver. So basically, what happens is you have tourists that come in, they spill their drinks. He has to grab his mop and his broom, sweep up after them, then mop, then go home where his wife worked a hard day. She doesn't want to talk to him or look at him.
hey man.
So he has to clean his house at home. He has to change the baby. He has to get the baby fed. He has to make sure his wife gets to bed because his whole life is facilitating others. Oh, there he is.
Oh no, I have nothing to do with the
Life.
baby. I have nothing to do. His name's
I was
Otis
just
Walker.
explaining. I was
His
explaining
name is Otis
everybody's
Walker.
life.
He's self-sufficient. 16 months. He's on his own.
This is true. He's ready for college. So you have no problem with a problem with them looking for an arbitrator to give him more
I
games?
have
or you
a
don't?
problem with the fact that I gotta go grab that broom one more time.
This is no way to do a professional show, my friends. I mean, the professionalism on his side of the show, I'm going to apologize for it this year. Um, Look, we're 4 years deep. I know you expect this from him. You've been watching him all this time. You see how he is. Now, when I complain about not getting good help on the podcast team, you see why. And for those of you that really watch the show, you know for years he's had a drug problem. I'm convinced there might be something going on at work right now, and he's not talking to me about it. I tried to call him last week, and hey, you know how you do with a friend? You don't really want to come out and say, "Hey, man, get off the drugs. Don't do the drugs." So you kind of go around it, like, "Hey, man, how are things? How you been, bro?" And he's usually shaky, nervous, has a tendency to not want to talk to me, even look me in the eye. And then you see why. You see this happening. He sits down, he fidgets, he talks for 2 seconds, and then he's gone again. Listen, guys, I'm pretty sure this is going to happen about 4, 5, maybe 6 times during the show. Look, he's on here, so let's just get him some help this year. Okay? So for Brothers Talk About, what we're going to do is we're going to do the Sidekick campaign this year. Okay? We're going to research. We're going to find a good drug rehabilitation for him. Okay? Not too expensive. It's not actually worth wasting your money. But we're going to find him the help that he needs. Oh, he's back. Okay, guys. We'll let him watch that part of the podcast later. So, okay.
I never
my
watched
man.
this podcast.
No, before we go on, how are you, buddy? Everything okay? Are you all right?
Everything's great with the Debo Samuel fan club. It's fucking 100%.
Guys, he's deflecting. Okay, no, I get it. He'll watch that part of the show later. Okay, so if I can get your attention for 2 seconds, without you having to get up and do whatever it is you're doing.
Hey, all I know is you've been running for me, both professionally and financially, for about 4 months. I was willing.
What a very important to the conversation we're just having. So you need money, bro?
Of course I do. When you work pro bono on a show called Brothers Talk for months, when you've got like a $490 marker, which some people just decide not to pay. But that's neither here nor there. All I'm saying is that when someone loses a bet pre-Super Bowl,
yeah, and somebody's sitting there counting that money all that time, and you forget that there's
you
people
end
involved.
up in August.
Yeah. You know what, bro?
But
I'm gonna make sure before
I decided I was gonna bite the bullet. I'm at work right now. Clearly, I got mops, I got squeegees, I got fucking. Just because I needed to give the people what they wanted. They wanted to hear about San Francisco, the comings and goings of America's real team. So that's why I'm here. Yeah, something wrong with your, you got a little something? No,
I'm just here for a friend, my friend. A friend. You'll understand this when you watch the replay later on tonight. So so back to Deshaun. We'll get over this real quick. You have a problem with them looking for an arbitrator to get him more games?
No, I think this is just part of the process. I think, the
But she
issue
made
I
her
have,
decision.
the
She made her
issue that I
decision.
have is why is it going to this independent arbitrator, ex-judge, whatever, like all suspensions prior to this it was Goodell. When it goes to the commissioner's office, he fucking lays down the law and that's the end of it. Why is this different? In my mind, I think there's $250 million on the table that the Cleveland Browns decided to give and guarantee money. I'm not privy to the exact nature of the relationship between the Cleveland Browns owner and Mr. Goodell, but I would assume that there's something there that there was a greasy wheel that needed to get.
Well, no, they already took care of that greasy wheel because they only paid him $1 million for this season because they knew something was up.
No, but still, it doesn't matter. There's 230 guaranteed.
They hedged their bet. Who else would do that? It's crazy.
No,
Who else would hedge a bet?
that's a savvy move, hedging. You always want to hedge. But again, my issue is the fact that this suspension went through a completely different process. So
Yeah.
But again, at the end of the day, I thought he was going to get 8 games. I've been saying that all offseason. I think we were in agreement. It was going to be probably wouldn't be a full year, but it'd be sizable. So I don't think there's going to be a reduction. Like I think he's going to miss 6 games. Jacoby Brissett's going to be the starting quarterback for Cleveland for a month and a half, and then Deshaun will take over and off you go.
Is there a breakout team for you this year? Is there somebody that's standing out that's going to break out? Is there a breakout player this year?
I don't know if you call it a breakout team because they've always been good, but I like the New Orleans Saints, man. I think
really,
yeah, man. There's something about you get Michael Thomas back, who's still a lot of question marks there. Jameis also question marks, but when he was healthy last year before he got hurt, he was balling out.
He wasn't bad, and he's got more weapons this year and better weapons.
The question is,
I think I said this offline.
How many games does Kamara get? Because he's going to get something.
Yeah, but I made this point offline, but I think they're the scariest receiver core if Michael Thomas does come back and play at a high level. They're quietly a really, really good receiving team.
Yeah, no, I mean, and their defense is like top to bottom. That's a good defense.
Yeah.
So again, I think New Orleans is going to be scary. There's so many teams though this year with trades and free agency. Like look at the AFC West. Like
that's the scariest place to be in life right now. I wouldn't want to be a team in that division for anything.
No, well, I wouldn't want to be in Arlington. That's a terrifying place to be.
Shut up.
If I was in Arlington,
trust me when I tell you, you would never be in Arlington.
Bunch of knuckleheads.
We'd get rid of you faster than you could say sidekick on drugs. I mean, come on, man. Let it go, bro. Let it go. He'll understand that later.
You sound nervous. You sound nervous.
No. You'll understand later.
I don't watch the show. Why would I waste my time?
You should. You might get some help that you need that you don't know.
No, I'm good.
You watch the show.
Big Brown will get it back to me later.
What do you think about Russell Wilson in Denver? Do you think nobody's talking about that enough? That is a big move. He has some really, really good receivers over there.
And running backs.
Yeah.
That whole division, man, like all 4 of those teams could make the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
That's kind of a ridiculous thing to consider in this day and age. But I mean, who out of that 4 is going to miss the playoffs? Like Kansas City's making the playoffs. The Chargers are definitely making the playoffs. So Denver and the Raiders are the 2 bubble teams. But at the same time, it's like look what the Raiders did, man. Look what they added. Like
that. Nobody's talking about that. That Matt, like that's going to be a solid team. Those like your college quarterback, your best friend in life, best man at your wedding. Everybody's overlooking that. I mean, that's a huge move for them.
Yeah.
Not to mention.
What about Arizona? I was just
going to mention that. But look they know something we don't know, right? I mean, that whole debate that was really funny about them trying to put a clause into the contract that he has to actually read the playbook and study the play. That's telling us something that you're listening.
Have you ever heard of such a clause?
That means he's not doing any homework. He's not doing any work over there. That's crazy. That's the
Yeah,
craziest clause I've
I
ever
don't
heard of.
understand. Like,
Yeah. Like that's the craziest clause I've ever heard of in my
but
life.
here's the thing too, though. Like, you really think a guy who just got a raise of that magnitude, like, why would you give a guy that much money if he's not doing his due diligence in the video room?
Because
You know what I
on
mean?
the
Like,
because on the field he really is that good. And listen, we already know like good quarterbacks in the league don't they're a dime a dozen.
but
They
they
don't come.
took it out too. Then they recanted.
Well, they had to because there was so
That's the
much
right.
noise made about it, right? There was so much noise, and then he pulled the right card, which kind of racism card a little bit, trying to play on the black intellect kind of argument that people were making that I'm not smart enough to know because I'm a black quarterback, blah blah blah, which I think was garbage, but perfect for them to take that clause out of the contract, like perfect move. But like I said, I got to question the fact that that clause was there in the first place. That's insane.
Well, yeah, and
That
then
clause
again,
is
it's like you have to know that by putting that in there, and then once any reporter worth his salt gets a hold of that, like that's just going to become a story in and of itself. So, but here's the thing: at the end of all that, throw all that out the door. On the field, that team is a fucking problem.
absolutely
That they're a good football team. So,
very good football team.
talk about breakout teams. I mean, that can you call them a breakout team? Because they're not going to catch anyone off guard with all that talent they got. But at the same time, like they could take that next step. So
I'll make a call for a breakout team, and it could be in my division. I mean, on paper, Philly's a very good football team right now.
it's all about
Um,
Jalen Hurts. It's all about Jalen
It's all
Hurts.
about Jalen Hurts, and on both sides
be
of the
the
ball,
guy.
right? Yeah, and it's on both sides of the ball. I mean, I'll put it to you this way: they left no argument for him. Like they saved the draft pick for an early draft pick next year. If it doesn't work out, they're definitely going for a quarterback. But at the end of the day, the ball's in his court, right? Because he can't say he doesn't have enough weapons now. He can't say there's not enough on the field for him to be doing it. Like they gave them everything he needs to be successful.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think you and I believe in Carson Wentz, and I don't think you and I believe in Daniel Jones. So that's a
I
two-way
believe in
team
Carson Wentz more than I believe in Daniel Jones.
for sure. For sure.
But even then, that's like, I think Washington made that move knowing that they've built what should be on the verge of being an elite defense, but
yes,
they've got pieces on the offensive side of the ball. But I think they're kind of like, all right, if Carson Wentz balls out, then it's a low risk, high reward kind of thing. But if it blows up in their face, the foundation is still there, and then they're going to look to the draft next year. So when you talk about Hurts being on a 1 year thing, I think Carson Wentz is in there too.
yeah,
I guess
for sure.
Daniel Jones to a lesser extent as well, because they've made a bunch of excuses. He wasn't healthy last year, and this and that. And
But even when he's been healthy, he hasn't produced, right? Like I don't know if that's an excuse. And
not
we
having
said
Saquon out, that's not.
so
gonna help.
there's my two questions going into this year: Saquon Barkley and McCaffrey. Are they done? Because they, while being some of the most talented running backs in the game, are two of the most injury prone. And sometimes it's bad luck. I think both of them, a bit of it's bad luck, but they are injury prone. I mean, do you bank your future on them? Because I don't think you do on McCaffrey anymore. Not to mention the fact that McCaffrey's white. So at the end of the day,
What does that have to do with?
huh? What?
Bottom line about McCaffrey is when the chips are down, that boy knows how to get somebody
So
paid
is he.
with liquor.
When
You make
the
bets at
chips
the
are
right
down,
time with Christian McCaffrey?
Yo, B, when the chips are down, it's most likely because McCaffrey's down with them. There is no you've been trying to convince me of him for 20 years now. It's over.
Okay, all it took though was the 1 year that it mattered, and I was sipping Oban. So
Yeah, talk about Oban again.
thank you, Christian.
Is the bottle finished? Do you still have any of the bottle left?
That was gone years ago. Like, what are you talking about?
Disrespect. You're supposed
But-
to savor it and sip
but-
it. You're supposed to have a sip it out when your son when he's old enough to have his first
I
drink.
do think that he could be on that list of comeback player of the year. Like, I don't think he's going to get back to the 1,000 receiving, 1,000 rushing, but I think McCaffrey this year, he's a guy that you could probably pick 6th, 7th, 8th overall in your fantasy draft, and he could win you your fucking league because
When he's on, he's on. But when's the
That's a
last
big
time
if.
he was on? But when's the last time he was on?
when he was winning me my Oban.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Delish.
Wow.
Delish.
Any breakthrough quarterback of the year?
What's that?
Any early prognostication on quarterback of the year? Do you believe Patrick Mahomes can two quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers, can they sustain the level of play they've had for the last few years
I think they're
with
both going to
losing?
remain elite, but I don't. If I'm
With,
picking one guy right now to be the man MVP, it's Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen
right
is
away,
going to
right
be
away. I mean, that's the quarterback of the league right now. I don't think we can. I
like
mean,
there's
it's
just and with that offense just improving. Oh, I just
you know what? I'll throw three quarterbacks in there that may. We can talk about whether they're bubble bursts or not, but it could be add Lamar Jackson to that list.
yeah.
Are his better days behind him too?
The
But they're so
question about
young.
Lamar though,
But
the
they're
question
so
about Lamar
young.
is his weapons though, man. Like look at that wide receiver room.
Yeah,
Devin Duvernay,
yeah. Sounds like a bad
Proche,
one.
James Proche, like who
Sounds like
Rashad
he's going to
Bateman
be.
is still unproven because he was supposed to be the guy last year and he got hurt. You got Andrews, so he's probably one of the top 3 tight ends in the league.
They have chemistry. I mean, he better be working on his fast twitches this year because it looks like he's going to be doing a lot of running. There's a lot of running coming from Lamar. If you want rushing yards, I suggest you grab Lamar because he's going to be running for his life this year.
Yeah.
And then you know what comes with that? The injuries, right? So who knows?
But
But
and again, we were talking about quarterbacks here. We haven't brought up fucking Tom Brady. We haven't
we have Burrows.
Tom Brady's fucking the weapons that he's got at his disposal this year. We haven't talked about Burrows. We haven't even said Justin Herbert. Like,
Yeah.
and we definitely haven't spoken about Trey Lance, arguably the front runner for MVP this season. So let's get down to brass tacks, people. Trey Lance is going to be your league MVP, fucking Super Bowl MVP, fucking universe MVP. Like, this guy is the real. I'll let you digest that, Daryl. I got to grab my mop. You tell me what you think.
Okay. So by mop, we all know what he's doing in the back right now. Guys, you're seeing the destruction of a good friend. And if anybody out there has friends that are in need, be there for them. I've been trying to be there for him for years now. Just watching him always running to the back and mopping and brooming. Oh, he's back, guys. No, he's dancing again. That's for Paula. Paula, there you go. There you go, Paula. The moves. Wow. I think the moves have gotten a little better over the years. Whoa! What is You look like Tom. You look like Tom Cruise in Risky Business, there, my friend. By the way, I like the improved moves.
It was a little pit move. I watched The Equalizer last week. Got inspired.
Wow. Was that the Denzel movie? Never watched it. I should check it out.
Really?
It looks like a bit of Man on Fire. Reminds me of Man on Fire.
Better.
No.
Yeah.
Man on Fire was the real
Man on Fire
deal.
is a good movie. There's 2. They did a sequel too. There's Equalizer 2.
Yeah.
Both. Like,
really?
watch them both.
This from the man. Well, I will, but this from the man who tells me to watch Mandy from Nicolas Cage. And I don't.
By the way,
I don't go over
Nicolas
that again.
Cage is fucking off the chart with some of his new movies. I couldn't even keep a straight face there. Shit.
Okay, so guys, we're back. It's August. We're back. We're going live again on Monday nights for Monday Night Football. I believe he might be at certain live locations. Are you going to be at Mill Street for some of the shows?
What the fuck's going on?
Oh boy, I guess his dealer's back. I'm sorry, guys. I've been trying to tell you, he's been running in and out the whole show. We could only hope that he gets the hope he needs to see himself on the straight and narrow. You saw him eating the chocolate, and I don't know a lot about drug use because I'm not a drug person per se, but I know a lot of it has to do with sugar and getting sugar into your body. I've been telling him about that for years, and he does eat a lot of sugar. He does eat a lot of sugar. Like, I'm having a hard time trying to come out and tell him, like, and get him the help he needs, but wow. Matt, there he is, and he always comes back with a better attitude. I don't know what that is either. Hey, buddy.
Every time I leave, I get reminded of how good Trey Lance is going to be, and it's just like,
Absolutely. I heard short-term memory is a part of it too. So we're back. It's August, and we're gonna start with our annual getting you ready for the football season shows. I think our first show is gonna be quarterbacks, only because I really do want to get Trey Lance out of the way, and not do a whole show on Trey Lance. And if you put Trey Lance as number one, you can guarantee you never have to watch this show for the
I
rest
won't put
of.
Trey Lance number one. I'm not.
You better not even be in your top 10, by the way.
I'll tell you this right now. Trey Lance is in my top 5. Right now, I already. See, you're the type of guy you got to go and do research and go on the Yahoo.
Yeah, you just use this, huh? You use that? Yeah. Wow.
I'll give you my top 10 quarterbacks right now in order.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna
Exactly.
do that.
Exactly. You need some time to prepare. I got you.
No. Well, yeah. You want to prepare to do a good show. I mean, why don't you go eat your sugar? Why don't you me calm down? You calm down. Stop disappearing every 2 minutes. Coming back to this super hyper attitude. We've been talking about it since you've been gone. Work on that, B.
Wow, someone got all up
If you're
in his feelings right there. Like, just
if you're gonna watch any show, this is the show to watch because there's help for you, and everybody here wants you to have that help. Okay, this one was quick and fast, like he is in the sack. So we're gonna join you this week. At some point this week, we're gonna start with quarterbacks, running backs, tight ends. Are we gonna do defense this year? Micah Parsons, forget it. We just did it. That's all we needed. We're good. By the way, do you have defensive players in your league?
of course. Well, no, the one that we're doing,
Yep.
the Ramon Sanchez $49 glory hole,
Yep.
copyright. There's no
No,
defense.
trust me. It's safe. It's safe.
Team defense, no defensive players.
Ah, boo.
We may introduce that. I mean, who knows? One thing, though, I will need some input from you is we're doing punishments this year. And because you're not geographically inclined, it needs to be something maybe that, I mean, granted, you probably won't come last, but still, to be fair.
But isn't punishments like the last place gets an advantage for the next year kind of?
No. This is purely last
Purely
place.
punishment.
My suggestion, this is what I wanted to, you know what, and we could still do this even with you if you were to come in last place. Robson and Berard on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. In the summer or winter?
You have to busk for 1 hour. And here's the thing, 1 hour, or if you make $50, then
it's over.
Then it's over. $50, or sorry, in keeping on brand, $49. You make $49, then you can stop.
I like that.
You got to do the full 60 minutes. And I mean, anyone who knows Vancouver, Robson and Berard on a Sunday afternoon in the summer, it's fucking moving. There's some people.
High traffic, a lot of police telling you to move right away.
Yeah.
A lot of police telling you to move right away.
And you could, it's the world's your oyster. You could do fucking music. You could do
magic. The great Daryl Dean.
Stand-up comedy, whatever. You can do whatever you want. But I think that's a fantastic last place punishment.
And for the first place winner?
Well, you get the money, but you know what?
Trophy? I like a trophy.
Trophy is quite magical. Wait till I send it.
You do have a trophy.
It's a fully functioning glory hole.
Kids, thank you for joining us this week.
I have a picture of Wayne collecting his prize money with his mouth through said hole. That's why he's not my dad. You're not my dad, Wayne. Stepdad.
This is true. So for the first time ever this year, you're going to see the boys compete against each other.
Yeah, finally.
Yes, finally.
We're taking bets. We're taking bets. All our viewers, you want to put some money on your pony?
Absolutely. And we'll get that all year. I already know you got Kenny. I already know you got Susie. I already know you got Alistair. I know you got Tony. And I don't care about anybody else. They're like the bottom of the barrel. You can have all of them. I call them bottom barrelers. You can have them all. Nobody cares about them.
You know what? all things
Nobody
being
cares
equal,
about you.
the Daryl Lazards, they have a chance this year, people. They're not flashy. They're not gonna fucking. They're not gonna be. They're not gonna win any prizes in the beauty contest. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna work. They're gonna fucking work. Those Daryl Lazards, they're a fucking hard. They're a hard
Thank you
working.
for joining us, guys. It's going to be a long ass season that may culminate in Vegas on New Year's Eve. We'll talk
Hey.
about that later. We'll talk about that later.
I'm already there. Tickets are set. It's happening. So just get your ass over there, buddy.
We're going to make
San
it happen.
Francisco, Las Vegas.
We're going to
New
make
Year's
it
Day,
happen.
Week 17.
As always, it's your boy, the board certified fantasy football and all sports guru, alongside the sidekick. This is Brothers Talk Ball. We will catch you this week with your top 20 quarterbacks to look for in the season this year. By the way, I know you have CeeDee Lamb in your Dynasty League. Oh, start him. Start him.
CeeDee Lamb's gone. I traded him away a long time ago.
Even you're not that stupid to do it, or not that stupid to make me believe you would do that.
I traded away CeeDee Lamb in a first-round pick for Devonta Adams. What did I get? Championship number 4, my man.
Fuck, I know I hate you.
What
All
I do?
right. We'll see you this week, kids. Have a good week. Be safe and be kind to everybody.
And
Goodbye,
remember,
sir.
Draft Trey Lance.